Ferguson ropes him up without the footy. Umpire says play on. Now Hearn gives it away somehow. Savanka through the middle. Keating as well. Scown is over the top of it. Handball came towards Marty Sanders. Got a clearing kick towards
one hand.
Stood there against Harrington and took the one-hander at half-back for the Devils. Goes wide looking for Ricky O'Toole. Up against Scown. O'Toole takes the mark at half-back. Chips the ball towards Cornwall running on centre wing. Takes the mark, then holds it up. Just enough. Thought about switching it inboard. Now left to get around Sanders. He handballs to Savanka, standing start. The big man gets away from Ferguson. Then he's handball to Lindsay. Sets him a task. Scown through the middle, did well. Then Walton wraps him up. Ball held to him. No, umpire says play on it. It's filled free. Savanka's handball to nobody in particular. Through the middle, Hesselwood. Did he get a push in the back? Umpire said play on. Falls towards Fisher. Handball to Walsh. Sets him free, but he can't pick the footy up. Now he handballs it backwards. Oh, Hearn went for a kick off the ground. Didn't get it though. Through the middle comes Bolchevac. Handball, oh, Hearn, second effort was fantastic, had some support. Harrington kicks it back to whence it came in the middle. North Geelong haven't gained anything, but they've got the ball. Marty Sanders through the middle, left foot kick, lead on. And it can't quite get to where it was going. That was Scown in the second instance. To start with, it was Priddle, but Scown has taken the free kick. And it's on 50. But not much to kick to. Zitko gives him a lead now in front of Lazarick. Priddle says go long. He goes short towards Marty Sanders, who takes the mark. Still on 50. So haven't gained anything in distance close to goal. Now he wants to chip towards Fisher, who's run down from half back. So they've lost 20 metres. Now he kicks inside. Bigham to chop it off. Got a hand in front of Zitko. Lazarick on the ground. Kick off the ground by Zitko. Has kicked the goal. Oh, fantastic.
Juventus.
Mario Zitko has kicked his first. A good start to the Magpies' second term. They go to 2-5-17 and they trail Corio 6-4-40. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes played.
It's been a pretty scrappy 2 minutes, Laurie, but North Geelong got the desired result.
Well, they certainly did, Eric, and there was a lot of overuse of the handball and the ball, in particularly from the Corio side. They had plenty of opportunity to clear the footy, stupid handballs and in close overuse of it, and allowed North Geelong to get back in. But they're persistent, they're working away at it, and they've got a plan just to chip around and make sure we get from A to B, and I'm sure that's what probably Russell said at three-quarter time.
And
watch your turn over.
Any scouts here from Juventus, they might sign Mario up after that one. They've got the right colours. From the tap down, came to Hearn, handball to Sanders. He's wrapped up, coming in hard for the footy. Barry O'Toole, picked up by Marty Sanders. Handball out to Scown. He chips the ball looking for Walsh, attacks the footy, picks it up, chips it back to half forward. But in the way there was Bigham, takes the mark. His kicker's gone looking for Keating and Ricky O'Toole. O'Toole tackle, breaks a tackle. Now kicks on the left foot. Gee, it's a bit too strong, the kick. In the way is Brett Fisher for North. They've switched the play. They've gone to the outer side. Brad Scown on his own. Drops the mark. Able to come back without any pressure. Pick it up. Just chipped it forward. And Marty Sanders has the mark on half forward flank. On the left foot goes to half forward. Oh, good strong mark there by Brendan Kennedy under real pressure from Kevin Dans. And there's a few question marks, I think, on Kevin's mind at the moment, because certainly North are chipping the footy around. Their players are unmarked, and Corio under a bit of pressure for the first time for a while. So Kevin Dans, the man on the mark, is inside 50 as Brendan Kennedy now moves in. Left footer. Oh, he sprayed that looking for distance. He might have sprayed it even out of bounds on the full, so he missed everything. And
bad miss there.
Not a good effort, Laurie.
No, not a good one at all.
So the free kick now is in the hands of Nevada Cornwall for Corio, with Mario Zitko on the mark. Cornwall now has to go long, hasn't got a lot to kick to. Going for the mark there, Ricky O'Toole from the back of the pack. I reckon he took that off the back of Fergie's back.
Sold the umpire a dummy, don't
He
worry
did,
about that.
so takes the mark, chips it inboard, and has found Ricky Bigham. Has handball to Ricky O'Toole running past, but he didn't see Priddle coming from the other side, but he's chipped the ball across the ground. Nevada Cornwall picks it up. Great tackle, Zitko, but Cornwall eludes that, eludes another, and runs toward the wing, kicks long. At the back there was Lee Clifford. Good work, gets the ball to ground, but North Geelong at the drop of the footy doing well at the moment, but coming through, that was Hesselwood. Can't control the footy. There's a lot of ferocious tackling out there. The ball has come clear for North. That's number 9. Is that? I'm not too sure who that was out there. The ball's come to Hesselwood, back to Scown, and in the middle of the ground, North Geelong control the footy. Comes back to Russell Hearn. He's inside the centre square in the middle of the ground. decides to go wide. They've had about 14 kicks, Laurie, and got about 5 metres in distance, the North Geelong side. And from half-forward flank now, at the back, Ricky Lazarick again spoiled the Zitko mark and has got the ball to the boundary and over. So we've got a couple of changes in the North Geelong side, but look at things.
Number 9's Hall.
Because Priddle certainly wasn't in the original side. Ball comes in from the throw-in. Ricky O'Toole picks it up on the left foot, chips it, and it's pretty wide, and it's out of bounds on the full. So the skills are not quite there today, Laurie.
No, he's
unlike Ricky O'Toole.
He's starting to rack the possessions up, though. He's had 5 already in this second quarter.
Perhaps he's put it out of bounds, so it'll come back to him, do you think? The free kick there for North Geelong's gone to absolutely nobody. Straight back to Ricky O'Toole. Picks it up, chips it a bit better this time. Well, he doesn't, because overrunning the footy there was Walton, and now North, through the turnover, have got the ball outside 50 on half forward. Sanders chips the ball to the lead there, but again, Priddle can't get past Matty King. Rock solid today in defence, as he's taken another mark on half-back flank. Thinks about going across the face of goal, but that option was thwarted. Now goes Long out to centre wing. Big pack of players out there. Ball punched to ground from the back by Brett Fisher, and running onto the footy was Luke Sanders. Unfortunately can't control it, and it's over the boundary line. We've been playing 7 minutes in the second quarter. North Geelong 2-5, Trail Corio 6-4.
Boundary throw in. Walton to do the ruck work for Corio against Weiss. Gets it down to the front of the pack. Sanders, quick kick, chopped off this time by McNamara. Breaks free. Wants a clear and kick. Torpedo punt towards centre wing. Scown runs back with the flight of the foot. He can't take the mark. Clifford to run onto it. He can't pick it up at the first attempt. Then he can. Then he gets wrapped up by Hall. The ball came towards Gibbs. Now Bolshevik tried to hold it up. Coming through the middle was was Clifford also. Pack develops in the middle of the ground. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
It's a lot of mishandling going. Laurie, there might be a bit of pressure out there.
There's a little bit of pressure out there. It's a bit scrappy. North Geelong probably could do better and go a little bit more direct. They're pushing themselves far too much out the boundary line and finding hard to score goals.
From the ruck contest, through the middle, Fisher got a clear and kick. King, Harrington in front, can't take the mark. Off hands, Cornwall gives it away to McNamara. Clear and kick again towards the centre of the ground. Weiss runs back this time, takes the mark. He chips the ball over the top towards Hesselwood on centre wing. Takes it, plays on quickly. Wheels back on the left boot. Chips the ball okay to Harrington. Still inside the centre square at half forward. Takes the mark, plays on quickly. Left foot lead on from Zitko. Great kick. Lindsay comes back. Play on the call. Ferguson to run onto it. 30 metres. Needs to get back on the right boot. Chips the ball back towards Sanders. He and Lindsay go at it. Lindsay did well. Then he holds it up for Ricky O'Toole, who comes through. Great pick up at half back. Wants to chip the ball this time towards Cousin Barry. Takes the mark at half back. Goes through the middle. Goes towards half forward. Keys to run onto it. Longstaff against him. Did very well. Keys kept his feet though. Keating to come in as well and shepherd for him. He's got Clifford if he can get it to him. He can't get around though. Hall tackled him. He got the handball away to Danzy. He chips it towards Walton, who takes the mark just on 50 and will hold the play up. Gives it away to Barry O'Toole, gets around a couple, goes on the left, 40 metres out, terrible kick off the boot, falls towards the 10 metre square, coming through Gundry. He can't pick it up at the first attempt also, and also Friars see it over the line, and it will be a boundary throw in left forward pocket. Corio into attack.
Corio yet to score in the quarter, Laurie. It's probably the first time it's been past the centre.
Yeah, and it's been very scrappy football in this second quarter.
So boundary throw in. Hesselwood goes up, gets it down, goes towards Keys and Manning. Through the middle, Hearn. Manning kept his feet. Now he handballs it to the call of Walton. He missed it though. Fisher kick off the ground over the head, unfortunately, on that occasion of Luke Sanders, and Ricky O'Toole takes the mark. And is that 50?
Should have been.
Should have been. But it isn't. And it will be Ricky O'Toole to kick for goal from just inside 50. On the outer side, half forward flank.
If he kicks it well, Laurie, it's not beyond him.
No, it's in the right hand.
So O'Toole comes in and drives it long, close to the goal line, and off hands through for one behind. So they go to 6-5-41 Corio. They lead North Geelong 2-5-17. That's on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 10 minutes played.
So we await the ball to come back to Longstaff doing the kicking in.
No, McDermott.
It's McDermott, is it? So McDermott now looking for options, taking some time. Now decides to go long to the outer side. Ball is high. Ricky O'Toole at the back can't take the mark as ball comes to ground. Ricky O'Toole got a handball clear, but all too late. The umpire had blown the whistle, and just outside the 50-metre arc, half forward flank, 10.5 minutes gone. Second quarter, the umpire puts the ball in the air once again. Good tap down there by Woos, only as far as Keating. Handball intercepted there by Gibbs. Gibbs of North kicks to centre wing. Well, Cornwall gave his opponent a decent sized shove in the back there and took the mark on centre wing outer side. Kicks along to the flank. The leaders come there from Manning, takes the mark. And when he gets clear, he could be a dangerous player, Shane Manning. Chips the ball forward. The leaders come from, would you believe, Barry O'Toole. How he gets loose, Laurie, so often on the ground, I don't know. But
no, he just knows where to run. He runs into the right spots. I mean, that was the place the ball was probably going to go more than likely, and he was just there to receive it.
Well, I think he's perhaps almost outside his distance because he was looking to give the ball off, but couldn't find an option. So now with Marty Sanders 45 metres from goal, Barry O'Toole will have to have a shot. Kicks it very, very high, and because of that, it's not going to quite make the distance much. No. Right through the middle, would you believe?
That was a great kick.
Well, that was a George Ganninan kick from years gone by, where you only have to kick it over the goal line. And that's all he did, but Barry's kicked his third. So Corio kicked their seventh, 7-5-47. They lead North Geelong 2-5-17. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
Well, some of our older listeners wouldn't know who you were talking about, but actually...
Sorry about the listeners. Some of the commentators don't know.
Actually did see him last week parade around Cardinia Park, one of the old full forwards.
Leading goal kicker in the 50s.
I know who he is. I just never saw him play, unfortunately.
If he got to kick 20 metres out, the ball would land 21 metres over.
Back to the middle, runs through Hearn, gets the clearance for North Geelong, goes long, looking for Priddle, takes the mark, plays on quickly. McNamara bears down, left foot kick, pressure on, out of bounds on the full, free kick going to go to Matty Mack. In fact, well, Cornwall might come across and take the free kick.
McNamara might get the next one.
He might. Now he's covered, so he might not. They might go further afield. Cornwall goes towards half-back. Barry O'Toole gets a shove in the back from Jamie Weiss. Made sure the umpire saw it, so don't worry about that at half-back. Barry O'Toole.
Keating.
Got Keating on centre wing. Laurie gives him the
to
call.
Laurie.
And Keating has nearly taken the mark. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. And will be a free kick on centre wing. And Luke Sanders will take the free kick. Chips the ball towards Weiss, takes the mark easily. So Jamie Weiss in between wing and half forward. Goes longer now, the lead on from Gibbs, who looks to have been pushed up forward. But McNamara takes the mark, gives it away to King. He chips it to Ricky O'Toole on half-back. Takes the mark in front of Hesselwood. Walton gives him a short lead. Dans gives him a lead towards centre wing. Clifford's there as well. He goes in that direction towards Clifford and Dans. They go up, off hands. Well, it was a good tap on, but it was from Weiss, and it got to Manning, and he gave it away to Barry O'Toole. And Barry runs to 50, and he keep running, and he draw a player and handball over the top to Keys. Now he gives it back towards Manning.
Great
Usually
football.
Goods finish outside of the right boot. Kicks the goal.
No left foot.
Doesn't matter.
Shane Manning kicks his first of the afternoon. And for Corio, that's their 8. They go to 8-5-53. They lead North Geelong 2-5-17. That's on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 14 minutes played.
That wasn't a bad move, Laurie, because North Geelong defence, they could see what Barry O'Toole was doing. They all went for Barry, and Shane Manning was on his own, so it was good vision by Keys.
Well, it demonstrates the fact if you run in numbers, Eric, you've got that option always that you can do. I mean, they could have went outside then or could have went inside, and once Barry went inside, I'm not sure whether Shane can't kick on the left foot or not, or whether it was just the way he decided to kick it, because I don't believe that he can't kick left foot at all.
So the umpire now back in the middle, about to put the ball in the air, which he does. Good tap down by Savanka, robbed by Scown. His kick was smothered. Ball, it's really scrappy in the middle at the moment. Hesselwood tries to break through. Finally, it's Walton. Handball out to Keating. Runs clear and kicks the ball long into the half-forward. Fisher. Oh, it's got to be a free kick against Johnny Keys. He used Brett Fisher's back as a step ladder, put the hands on the shoulders, and Fisher takes the free kick. Goes wide. Out to centre wing. Ferguson, well, almost a good mark from Barry O'Toole there, but Ferguson's away. He's had one bounce. He's run 50. He's kicked it long to the half forward, and well directed kick, because mark has there been taken by Daniel Gibbs, who has been shifted up forward, I think, and well, he's got the mark inside the 50-metre arc. So, well, there's some pretty ordinary checking from the Corio defence, because is that Jamie Weiss had just run into the hole. I don't know that he's all that much closer than Gibbs, but Gibbs, being a defender, Laurie, perhaps wasn't too keen on having a shot for goal.
Yeah, well, I think he was standing there on his own, Eric, and was no much doubt in getting the ball across to him, and he's probably at least dead in front.
So Jamie Weiss now moves in. Pretty good looking kick off the boot, but he sprayed it to the left, unfortunately. So another behind to the North Geelong side. Bad kicking's letting them down at the moment. 2-6-18. They trial Corio 8-5-53. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard, 16 minutes gone.
Kick in came from King, go to Lazarick, then he gives it to Cornwall, gets it away quickly towards centre wing. Hesselwood tried to give it away to Hall in the end. Ricky O'Toole handballs it away to Cousin Barry again. Handballs underneath to Clifford, bowls him over. He's got some support though. Walton gave a good shepherd. Now Clifford back towards the lead of Gundry. Can't quite make it. Fries is there. Keys, great pick up. Gets around one, then can't get around Longstaff. Did well. And saw him over the boundary line for a throw in. Half forward flank Corio into attack.
They're just not quite running to support as they've done in recent weeks, Corio, Laurie, are they? They're under a bit of pressure.
No, they're probably just a little bit that you said has probably been pressure, and not as free running.
Fisher got the tap down. Dans handballed away to Rickett just on the ground. Kick was smothered. Fisher now at centre half back can run onto it. Gets away from the tackle from Manning. Clearing kick to the wide open spaces on centre wing on the outer side. McNamara leads Gibbs. Now Gibbs gets there first. Kick off the ground by both of them. And it's out of bounds, centre wing. Good contest between the two interleague players.
That was a good result for Corio there, I think.
And they set over the line for a throw in. Centre wing on the outer side. Weiss makes his way across against Savanka. Does well, Weiss, to get it down to Hearn off a step. Right foot kick towards half forward. McNamara runs back. Might sit okay for Gibbs at 50. Kick towards the leader. Priddle was pretty good, and he has taken the mark in front of Bigham. And will shoot for goal from 45 metres out. Wants to move it on quickly. Nobody in the square. Goes now towards that. Lazarick, and a goal. Over the back. Did well and has kicked the goal. Damien Priddle. His first, the third for North Geelong. They go to 3-6-24. They trail Corio 8-5-53. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. 18 minutes played.
Well, they just showed there, Laurie, when North Geelong can break the ball clear, they're equally as good as Corio on the day. Their delivery is probably letting them down.
Well, they got it in the right zone there, Eric. Got it right out in front and didn't go around the boundary line so much, and got it direct up to the forward line. And Gibbs going on the forward lines had a little bit of a dimension up there to him as well, so that's a good move.
So in the middle once again, Savanka gets a tap down for Corio. Umpire gets in Ricky O'Toole's way. I don't think he was too impressed either, just quietly. As North Geelong through Sanders take the footy. It's a chip pass, and the lead has come there from Welsh and has taken the mark just inside the 50-metre arc. He's getting a scream from out in the flank there. It's Scown against Matty King. Far too tall. King can't take the mark, however, and Scown does well to bottle the footy up there. Savanka, he's tackled, comes to Bigham. Bigham, only place he's looking for is the boundary, and even though Ferguson's pretty quick, he can't quite reach the footy before it goes over the boundary line. So the ball out of bounds, 60 metres from the North Geelong goal, kicking in this second quarter to the northern end as the ball comes in now. Well, Weiss just bundled his opponent out of the way. The ball comes to the back of the pack to Ricky O'Toole. There's absolutely nobody for Corio up forward. However, the ball falls into the arms there of Barry O'Toole to Walton. A long handball out, rather speculative, I think, but Shane Manning was running. Now he kicks it on the left. Perhaps that's why he didn't kick the left for goal, Laurie, because it wasn't too good. Handballs come out to Rickett. Rickett, well, he can't reach the footy, so Keys has to do it again. Comes back himself. Russell Hearn. Tripped, says the umpire, as Russell Hearn has got the free kick, half-back flank for North Geelong. So Russell Hearn there, looking for options. Decides to go long towards the centre of the ground, looking for the ruckman, and doesn't let him down. Weiss takes the strong mark. Certainly too tall for his opponent on that occasion. He kicks long also. Got absolutely no one to kick to. King, nice little tap down to Bigham. Over to McNamara by hand. By hand again to Cornwall. And here go Corio this time. They can go wide, and It's taken by Manning. He's got Clifford calling out in the flank. He's given his opponent the slip there, and Lee Clifford, I think he'd be a better option centre half forward, Laurie. They're breaking down there, Corio.
Yeah.
So Clifford
Worth
now,
a chance.
the lead has come. Well, the lead I think was from Gundry, but a poor kick on that occasion. Didn't quite get there, and the mark in defence has been taken. Longstaff back there now. So Longstaff for North with Keys on the mark. Really, players are manned up pretty well, except Ferguson. Well, Ferguson got loose, but unfortunately the kick was very, very poor again, and set Ferguson up completely. And Dans is able to take the mark very comfortably. He's got Manning. He's just slipped into the gap there and has taken the mark inside 50. And how crucial is that, Laurie? You know, that's the sort of thing. Manning, for some reason, gets loose so often.
Yeah, he's a quality player, and
there's another one with Cornwall.
He's come from half-back flank.
He's run into the gap, and opponent started to run with him and thought, no, somebody else will do that. As Brett Fisher deals fairly summarily with Lee Clifford there, and could have got 50, but
don't know much about Nevada's goal-kicking prowess, whether he
I think he's been a goal kicker in his career at different stages. He's been a forward, but we'll find out in a second, won't we? As man on the mark 30 metres from goal. So Nevada Cornwall now for Corio, about to move in. Well, it's a fairly good-looking kick. What's the goal umpire going to tell us? He's going to tell us it's a goal. Had a real good look at it, and it is the 9th goal for Corio. 9-5-59 Corio. They lead North Geelong 3-6-24. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 22 minutes gone.
Yes, well, I think if you're a modern-day Corio footballer, I'm sure you get a chance of playing forward at some stage, because I seem to swing him around a fair bit. So he's obviously been up there and had a bit of goal-kicking practice. But they're not crumbing as much, the Corio side. I've got to give a bit of credit to North Geelong. This week they seem to be dropping in there and working on their men up there.
Back to the middle. Oh, Savanka, big tap down towards Walton, goes past Hall. Barry O'Toole runs onto a great pickup, gets around 45 metres out, chips the ball towards Rivet, the big man. Can he get around McDermott? Yes, he can, but then he gets wrapped up. Back towards Barry O'Toole, breaks a couple of tackles, left foot kick, has kicked it across the face of goal. Still in play, just bounces inside the field of play and then out. And it will be a boundary throw in right forward pocket.
Half-time AFL, Sydney 12-5, Carlton 3-5.
Oh.
Melbourne 11-6, Hawthorn 7-6.
So some interesting games in Melbourne this afternoon. We'll keep you updated with scores throughout the afternoon of those two games. Now the ruck contest falls towards Gundry in the right forward pocket, drops the footy, then he kicks it off the ground towards Rivet, comes back to whence it came. Hesselwood's handball was short. Gundry through the middle as well. Hall there. Hearn tries to bustle through. Only does it over the boundary line. And it will be a boundary throw in right forward pocket, still into Corio's attacking zone. So throw in for Walton and Hesselwood. Fisher's there as well. Tap down towards Clifford. He's ripped off the football. Now a clearing kick from Hall, goes out wide, looking for, well, it was Sanders. Cornwall to run onto it as well. Out towards centre wing. Cornwall did very well and then can break free, get around a couple, does well, dodges, handballs over the top to Dan, 60 metres out, needs to be quick. Great tackle, Ferguson. Should have been dropping the ball. Handball to Bolchevek into Walton, sets Barry O'Toole a task, gets around a couple, runs inside, 30 metres out, left foot goal, kicks it. Hit the post. So 3 goals, 1. His personal tally this afternoon. They get a 9-6-60 Corio. They lead North Geelong at 3-6-24. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 24 minutes played.
So McDermott, again, does the kicking in. Chips reasonably short, but he's found Russell Hearn inside the 50-metre defensive arc. Decides to run on, kicks long to centre wing. Backing back there is Clifford in front. Takes, well, not paid the mark. Goodness, I think he had a fair bit of that. But, well, the umpires are making them earn them today. As on centre wing, it's Stacks on the mill now. As the umpire has put the whistle on play, and on through centre wing out of side, the ball will be put in the air once again. Up for the tap down as Weiss comes down to Corio to Dans, a little handball out, looking for Walton at half forward flank, and he just comes across. One of the few marks he's taken so far today. He's given a few handballs out, but this really is his first decent kick as Ricky O'Toole goes down once again. There's a fair bit off the footy that perhaps the umpires should be having a look at, because the mark in the meantime is Hesselwood in front of Rivet on this occasion. Well, called to play on now, ran off the mark, comes to the western side. It's Fisher out there. Good work, McNamara. Gundry, he got the crumb, but the good work there by Sanders. Intercepted. Matt McNamara comes back again. Geez, incredible, isn't he? He just used his body to get an opponent out of the way, got the footy, and has put the ball over the boundary line. So Matt and his opponent having a bit of a giggle there in Brendan Kennedy as the ball thrown in. Oh, good tap down by Savanka. Barry O'Toole. Took a while, gets a handball to Ricky. Eludes a tackle. Now a long handball to Savanka. A little bit of pretty stuff there. Barry O'Toole. Nice little chip around the corner has Gundry. He's had a pot shot. Oh, magnificent shot from Troy Gundry.
Point.
Has hit the post. Gee, very, very close. 3-1 to Troy Gundry now. And 9-7-61 Corio. They lead North Geelong 3-6-24. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 26 minutes gone.
McDermott from full-back. Scown gives him a lead. Oh, it's going to be the David and Goliath here. Oh, Scown did pretty well against Savanka. Then he lost the footy. Barry O'Toole over the top of it. Weiss runs away from half-back and chips the ball across towards Hearn and takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Gives it away by hand to Gibbs. Long kick towards absolutely nobody except Matty McNamara. Drops the mark. Then he draws a player. Handball to Cornwall. Handball to nobody in particular. Weiss to run onto it. Gets around Cornwall from centre wing, pumps it long. Priddle by himself. King goes up, gets a hand to it. Wilson to run onto it. Lazarick keeps his feet, can't take it with him. McNamara over the top of it as well. And the umpire will come in and ball it up.
It's a fair bit of slipping and sliding, Laurie, in places. It's just, I don't think the ground is wet so much as the grass is.
I think the grass might be a little bit wet, Eric, yeah. A little bit greasy.
So a ball up inside North Geelong's 50. Savanka stands his ground. Ball comes free towards McNamara running through the middle. Lindsay there also. The umpire will come in and ball it up again. This time on 50. North Geelong still into attack. They trail 3-6-24. Corio 9-7-61. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Hesselwood, big thump down only as far as King. Shuffles it out to Rickett. Left foot kick short towards Manning. Run onto it at a half back. Sits for him okay. Little left foot kick around the corner towards Bolshevik. It bowls him over. Walton through the middle. Fisher there as well. Did well. King knocked him off the footy though. Short little toe poke was okay to Clifford. Runs backwards to give it to Rickett. Then he kicks it out wide towards King, who got a hand to it. Couldn't take the mark. Got some time to get around though and break free. Right foot kick was partly smothered. Goes towards Bolshevik and also Gibbs. Held on to. Play on the call. Now Walton and Ferguson, the big man, over the top of it. Tries to get it out. Does so. Back towards Rickett to run onto it. And also out there was Hall. Got a little toe poke, was okay. Wilson, Ferguson runs on. Handball back inboard, looking for Walsh. He can handball it back to Ferguson. Draws a player. Ferguson at 50. Can he get around McNamara? He tries to. He's run a long way. He gets it away by hand though. Priddle from the boundary line got hit as he
relayed free kick.
Got the kick away and will be a relayed free kick to Mario Zitko in the goal square. So North Geelong a chance to put their fourth on the board. Mario Zitko, who has kicked one, a soccer-style goal in the first term. Come in and kick. Oh, has he put it through?
I think he might just squeezed it in, I think.
He has put it through for his second. And the fourth for North Geelong. They go to 4-6-30. They trail Corio 9-7-61. That's on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 29 minutes played.
As that goal was being kicked, Laurie, I see Gaylard come on in place of Walton, and that's not a bad move. They just seem to have a lack of mobility up forward, Corio, at the minute.
Yeah, right. You know, we saw Corio last week, Eric. They just can't, compare them with last week's game, they just can't seem to get it all going this week, and you've got to give the credit that to North Geelong. They just won't allow them to get free into those numbers and be able to share the ball around without making too many errors. They're coughing the ball up a fair bit, they're making errors, and they're not playing as well as they did last week.
Second.
In the middle, it's Savanka gets it the kick clear for, well, North get the kick clear. Savanka got the tap down, and well, it's fallen into the arms there of Marty Sanders. Oh, handball behind Hearn, who's running, and as Brad Scown was heading goalwards, as the siren sounded, decided to kick the footy off the side of the boot, so no score. And at half-time at Osborne Park, the score is North Geelong 4-6-30. They trail Corio 9-7-61.
3 goals, 3 to Corio in that second term, while 3 goals won to North Geelong. It's 31 points of difference at half-time. Goals to Corio, 3 each to Troy Gundry and Barry O'Toole. Singles to Chad Rivet, Shane Manning and Nevada Cornwall. While for North Geelong, 2 to Mario Zitko. And singles to Damien Priddle and to Kane Harrington. 9-7-61 Corio. They lead North Geelong 4-6-30 at half-time. We'll take a break back with the second half action of our Matchday Live coverage of North Geelong and Corio round 14 on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.